So we find ourselves partway through January, just past the first new moon of the year. How does it feel? Have you gone out into life and set a bunch of New Year's resolutions only to find yourself not getting after them yet, spiraling into giving yourself heck for it by 3/4 of the way through January already? Okay, then this is for you. We need to allow ourselves time to sit in the space between one year and the next. And that space of timelessness isn't simply that period between Yule, Christmas, and New Year's. It's also early January. See, I don't think Capricorn kind of go-getter energy needs to be about getting right into it and setting all these kinds of goals and getting after it. I think it's more about clearly setting our intentions. Especially after last year being a 9-year, being this culmination of 9 years of growth all the way back to 2017. Last year was huge. It wrapped up so much. And I know I'm not just speaking for myself when I say Chinese zodiac being the year of the snake. Gosh, we shed. There was so much shedding going on in the world on a collective scale and individually for so many people, for myself and so many people that I know. 9 is such a culmination of all of the energy of all of the years in the last decade. And then we transition over the calendar into this 1 year that's a new chapter, the beginning of a new chapter. It's innovative, it's action taking, it's leadership in our new becoming. Whatever that means for you, it's a new chapter. It's a new cycle. And it's beautiful to look at that cycle energy, especially referring to the snake. And whether last year was a snake year or not, it's no coincidence. Because when I think of the 9 transitioning into the 1 of a new chapter, I'm reminded of that Ouroboros energy, the Jormungandr, the world's snake, who eats his own tail in that constant cycle. So we're shedding and we're coming into a new chapter, a new rebirthing of ourselves. What does that mean for you going into 2026? A 1 year, a new chapter, maybe a new job, a new house, new ventures, new ideas, new relationships. And what I want to impart on you as we sit and share tea together in the middle of the night is this crucial idea. I used to be one who really caught on to the movement many years ago of this spiritual idea that the year starts in the spring. That's when the growth starts. So don't worry about our New Year's resolutions until the spring. Rather, shall we look at the winter as the night before the sunrise? What do we do before we go to bed? We set our intentions, maybe for the next day or life. If you're familiar with the quantum entanglement experience of envisioning what tomorrow is going to look like, or what the ideal reality, the life that you prefer, just as we go to sleep. And then we close our eyes and we breathe into it and we slip into theta. And we let our dreams work its magic. We let our dreams work their magic on those intentions. So instead of looking at New Year's resolutions like these goals that we must all of a sudden achieve or not, as soon as we turn the page into the new calendar year and we're going, okay, all of a sudden I'm a new me on the flip of a switch. We can do that. Don't get me wrong. Mindset, changing behaviors, the decision to simply be a new version of yourself every minute of every day, one day to the next, is so possible. But in reality, integrating the shedding of last year's gunk may take more than one day. It may take a few weeks into January. So let's not shame ourselves if we're finding it a little bit slow going. As we ease into January, February, it's still winter. The trees are still bringing their energy inwards into their roots. And so if we are in tune with nature, with the seasonal cycles of the world and ourselves, then we can let ourselves simply exist in that. Know that you're not blocked or stuck simply because you're feeling a lot of stagnancy towards those goals that you want to achieve. Yeah, we can Write them down for the whole year. We can set those intentions. And remember that you are not blocked or stuck. You're wintering, integrating what hasn't even revealed itself yet. We only call it blocked because we've become so disconnected from our seasons and ourselves, our bodies, our hearts, that we lack the words to call it a sacred pause. So this is my invitation to you. Whisper your invitations to yourself, your inspirations for the year, your intentions for yourself that you're becoming. Whisper them into the dark of winter. And then, just like we go to sleep and wake up in the sunrise in the new day, sit with it, let it steep through your wintering. Take little actions towards them without shaming, without blaming, without insisting that they must look a certain way, a certain speed. Let go of time. You won't need it where you're going. Because where you're going at this pace, it doesn't matter. We take that sacred pause and we live in alignment with the seasons, with nature. And it stops becoming about a destination, an insistence, an expectation from something outside of ourselves. And it starts simply becoming about the journey. So share with me in the comments, what are some things that you are calling in this year? What are some things that excite you right now that you have no idea what that looks like, how it's going to pan out? Name them, speak them into the dark, whisper them into the winter, and let spirit and your higher self take care of the rest.